Game Kings, the definition of game, documentary, coming soon. Yo, what up, what up? It's your boy, Mr. Locario, the bad boy of the dating game. What's good? So, this audio, I'm going to be talking about 10 rules every man must follow to be a great wingman. Right? So, the thing is, let's talk about what a wingman is. Basically, the wingman is the guy who helps you or assists you with getting women. Right? So when you go out with your boys are your wingmen, and you are their wingman. So you're going to be someone's wingman, somebody else is going to be your wingman. All right? Now, why is it important to have a wingman? It's important to have a wingman because the wingman is there to basically help you if there's more than one girl that needs to be talked to. There might be a group of girls. The wingman, he helps to basically keep everything flowing in a certain way or flowing in a certain direction. You understand? Like, you can go out and talk to girls by yourself and stuff like that. You can make that happen. But when you have a wingman with you, it makes it a little bit easier. It takes a little bit of the pressure off of you when you're actually out there going and talking to girls. You feel what I'm saying? So it's very important to understand, what you should do and what you shouldn't do as a wingman, right? Because you don't want to get into a situation where you have you're talking to a girl and or your boy's talking to some girl, and you come in to the cipher or whatever. You come into the situation and you say or do something that fucks up the situation for him and that girl, or it could happen vice versa, where you're talking to a girl and you don't want your boy to come in and say something or do something that's going to mess up the situation between you and that girl, right? So it's very important, one, to have a wingman, and it's also important to also know what to do as the wingman. You understand? So I got a list of 10 things that I'm going to talk about each of these and what it entails as far as like what you should do, what you shouldn't do, and all that other good stuff, all right? So, and this is in no order of importance. I'm just naming them, 1 through 10. All right. So the first thing I have is choose who talks to what girl. Choose who talks to what girl. So basically what that means is that when you and your boys are out, let's say, and for this, examples, I'm just going to use as if it's you and one other guy, just to make it a little bit more simple. Right. So let's say you and your friend are out and you see 2 chicks, right? And you want to talk to them, right? You have to decide who's going to talk to which girl. So you say, okay, I'm going to talk to the brunette one. You go talk to the blonde one. I'm going to talk to the blonde one. You go talk to the brunette one. So you decide this before you go up to the girls. So you'll both sort of be talking to both girls, but it's who are you focusing on? Who are you trying to get? Which number are you trying to get? Which girl are you trying to, really flirt with on a trying to touch her and feel her and all this other stuff. So you got to decide that before you guys go up there, because if you guys both just go up there and then you both sort of wanted the same girl, then you guys are going to be trying to talk to the same chick, and then the other one's going to feel left out. You understand? And it's not going to run smoothly. So you got to basically choose which girl you're going to talk to, right? So that's number 1. Number 2 is never compete with your wingman. Never compete with your wingman. All right. So basically, just like I said, if you don't choose who you're going to go talk to, you might end up talking to the same girl. And then what's going to happen is, like, let's say you guys notice that you are both talking to the same chick, or you're trying to get with the same girl, right? Let's say there's a group of 3 girls and it's just you and your friend, y'all talking to that group of 3 girls, but both of y'all are sort of feeling that one chick, right? Then, you don't want to compete with your friend for that one girl, right? So the thing is that what you don't want to do is that you don't want to, like, give that one girl too much attention and ignore the other 2 girls. You don't want to start, trying to one up your friend, or try to say something that you think is cooler than what your friend is saying, or trying to impress the girl now because you see that he wants her, but now you want to take her, and it's like, nah, you're going in a whole nother direction you shouldn't be going in. So definitely do not compete with your wingman for any girl. You understand? So this is why, again, you got to kind of choose which one you want. When you get up there, y'all talk, so you don't compete with your wingman. Number 3 is, don't talk down on your wingman or make fun of him. So when you guys are, chilling and you're talking to these girls, don't make fun of your wingman. Don't talk down on him. Don't try to sort of diss him in some, even if it's like joking, because a lot of guys, you with your friends and you might joke around with your friends when you're just with them, but when you are in a interaction with you and a girl, you and your friend in a group of girls, you do not want to joke around on your friend. You do not want to diss your friend. So for example, you and your friend might be talking to some girls, and then your friend says something like, oh yeah, I like to sometimes go, skateboarding or whatever, in my spare time. And then you say some shit like, oh, you don't want to see him skateboard. He always busts his ass. He never knows what the hell he's doing. Ha 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 ha. You understand? So like, you're sort of dissing him, and you're sort of making fun of him, but you don't want to do that, because what that is doing is that it's basically, in her eyes, that's not attractive to see him in that light, you know what I'm saying, in front of that chick. Do you understand what I'm saying? So she could have been feeling him, but the more that you keep making fun of him and making him look stupid, that's going to be her feeling less attracted to that guy. Do you understand what I'm saying? So you're messing it up for your wingman. So you might be thinking it's all innocent, like, yeah, we just playing around, we just joke on each other. Yeah, that's cool. Save that for when y'all chilling together, with you and your friend. But when you're in front of the girls and you're talking to the girls, don't do all that jokey shit. You understand? And don't, talk down on him or try to diss him in front of the girl. Because also what it does is that it seems like it sort of makes it look like you're also trying to impress her by, bringing your friend down. It's like you're trying to take his spot or some shit, and trying to one up him or whatever. So you don't talk down on your wingman. You should always be bringing your wingman up. You should always be talking about how cool he is. Do you understand? So if your wingman says, hey, yeah, I like to go skateboarding sometimes, and she's like, oh yeah, that's pretty cool, and then you say, yeah, he's like one of the best skateboarders I've ever seen in my life, you should see how this guy skateboards. Like, you have to be on that type of level when you are, doing the wingman thing. You're supposed to bring him up, don't bring him down, do not make fun of him. All right. So number 4 is, never allow the woman to diss your wingman. So sometimes you'll be in a conversation, it'll be you and your friend and like 2 or 3 other girls, and let's say, for example, let's use the skateboard example again, where he's like, yeah, I like to go skateboarding and stuff like that. And then she might be like, like if she's one of those super sassy, sort of trying to be, uncooperative type of chicks, and sometimes they do this on some tongue-in-cheek shit where they be just trying to joke, but it's sort of on a low-key disrespectful thing. She might say something like, oh really, you don't look like you would have that type of talent to be skateboarding and stuff like that, like blase blah, whatever, right? And a bad wingman is going to not, he's going to ignore that and let it slide, or he's going to join in with the girl and make fun of him also. But the thing is that if the girl is doing that, you understand, you have to sort of, as the wingman, low-key check her on it. You understand? On that stuff. So you could be like, listen, do you know who you talking to? My friend right here, he's the best skateboarder ever. You don't even know. Like, you just playing around right now. Like, you're so flabbergasted, you're so flustered being around this great fucking guy that you're just talking nonsense right now. Like, whatever, you bring it back to that point where you're totally dismissing her nonsense about your friend. Do you understand what I'm saying? So that's how you do it. You don't let her talk shit about your boy, and even don't let her talk shit about your boy, like, even when he's not around. Because what happens is, let's say if you're in a situation or a party or a club, whatever, and you and your friend are talking to these 2 or 3 girls, and let's say one of the girls, you sort of pull her aside, and then now you and her are just talking, and your friend and the other two girls are just on the side, so they're not even in the circumference of where you guys are. So it's just you and the other girl, and then the girl talks shit about your friend while he's over there with her friends. So it's just you and the girl, and she's talking shit about your friend. Even at that point, you have to check it. You understand? So like, if you're with the girl, even if this is the girl you're trying to get with or whatever, if she says some slick shit about your friend, you check it. So you never allow the woman to diss your wingman, because what it does, if you just allow that to happen, or you join in on the dissing and the stupidness, it basically shows weakness within your clique, within who you and your friend. It's kind of like, oh, you're just gonna sit here and make me say whatever I want about your friend and you just met me type of thing. You don't want that vibe going. Do you understand? You want it to be where, hey, listen, me and my friend is chilling, talking to y'all. We up here brightening your day by even gracing us with your presence. So you're not going to come here and disrespect us, or, you're not going to disrespect my friend or whatever. You understand? It has to be that type of shit like that. You understand, when you're dealing with these girls. Now, number 5 is take one for the team. Take one for the team. So what this means is that sometimes you're going to be in a situation where, there'll be a group of girls and there's really one hot one and the other ones are okay. Or it's 2 girls and then there's a really hot one and then one of them is all right. So your friend might be like, yo, I want to holler at that hot one right there. And you probably want to holler at the hot one right there too, but he already kind of called it. So you're just like, all right, cool. I'm going to occupy her friend while you work your magic with this other chick. You understand? So sometimes as a good wingman and as a great wingman, you're going to have to take one for the team. You understand? In certain cases, depending on how, I guess, unattractive you think the other girl is that you're taking one for the team is, in certain situations, taking one for the team might mean, either like smashing, like having sex with the girl that she, this depends all on you, because, you don't have to do anything. But what I'm saying is that sometimes your boy might be with the hot chick and then you got the alright chick and they want to come back with y'all somewhere and want to do some shit. So in order for your boy to do some shit with the hot chick, you got to take one for the team and get with the average girl. Now, depending on how average she is, to you, or how, if she's super unattractive, or super, just not really that into her at all, you're just like, oh, like, I'm not trying to stick my dick anywhere near you. You just got to sort of occupy her time and while her friend is doing some shit with your boy. You understand? But sometimes if you don't mind, you could just smash and, you take one for the team. And then you and your boy take turns taking one for the team. So you can say, look, I got you last time. You see that chick right there? I'm trying to holler. You holler at her average girl. And you take one for the team this time. You understand? But as a great wingman has to take one for the team. You understand? Now, number 6 is, and this is what a lot of guys don't do. And number 6 is pass the girl to your wingman if she is interested in him. I'm going to say that again. Pass the girl to your wingman if she is interested in him. So basically, what that means is sometimes you might be going up to a girl. You and your friend go up to 2 girls, right? Now, let's say the girl that you wanted, the girl that you were into, that, you start to notice, and it's extremely obvious. You start to notice that the girl that you wanted is into your friend, right? So let's say you chose the blonde chick and your friend chose the brunette chick. Like, before y'all walked up to these girls, you said, okay, we're gonna go up to them, we're gonna talk to them, and then I'm gonna focus on the blonde chick because I want the blonde chick, and then your friend's gonna focus on the brunette chick, right? So now I start talking to the girls or whatever. And then you talking to the blonde chick and the brunette chick. He's talking to the blonde chick and the brunette chick. Y'all just going back and forth. It's a group thing. It's 4 of y'all talking. And then you start to notice that the blonde chick is just, she's a little bit more choosing your friend. You understand? So, and the brunette chick, she's kind of neutral, whatever. She might not be choosing, any of you guys, or she might be choosing you. You know what I mean? Whatever. But the brunette girl, she's just talking to both of y'all. But it's obvious that the blonde chick who you were trying to holler at wants to holler at your friend, right? So what you have to do is you have to pass that girl to your wingman. And the wingman already, he can also see it too. He's seeing it too. So you kind of like switch it off. So you kind of, you start to engage more with the brunette girl. So then you give your friend more time to talk to the girl, the blonde chick. You understand? Because this is a situation where both of the girls, y'all both think they're kind of cute or whatever. And it don't really matter who gets who, but you can tell that the blonde chick is feeling your boy. So you kind of just pass the girl along to your wingman, right? See, and this takes a lot of practice and really noticing social cues and noticing when chicks are choosing. And also this, a lot of guys don't do this because they're, they don't understand the social cues, but also their ego gets in the way. So you got to get your ego out of that shit. You understand? Because you're like, damn, this girl on one, she kind of feeling my friend. No, you pass it along. You pass that shit along. You feel what I'm saying? Because also, you getting with the other girl, even though you wanted a blonde chick, but you see she's feeling your boy, by you passing it along, you make the shit flow easier between your boy and her and the blonde chick. And then what happens is, most likely, since the girl, the blonde girl is feeling your boy, the other girl is going to be more comfortable, with you, and she probably start feeling you because her friend is feeling your friend. Since her friend is comfortable, she's gonna also want attention. She's gonna also want, a guy talking to her, whatever. So then she's gonna, kind of fall in line and be down with the program. In most cases, some girls, no matter what, they're just, their friends might be on some bullshit, so you're not gonna be able to, nothing might not happen, but in most cases, she'll follow through. You feel what I'm saying? All right. So number 7 is include new wingmen in your circle. So this usually happens, like let's say if it's just you and your friend, and let's say it's more than like 3 or 4 girls in a group. What happens is that you might, there might be way more women, than you guys can like handle certain times. So let's say you might have a group of 4 or 5 girls, and then what happens is that there's usually guys standing around and sort of like hovering in the club or at the party or whatever, right? So what you do is, let's say you have a group of 5 girls and it's just you and your friend, and you and your friend go up to that group of 5 girls, right? And then there's, one main girl you're really trying to get at, but it's like, how do you get at the main girl with all these other girls, around, right? What you do is you have that conversation, you and your friend are having that conversation, and then if you'll notice guys are just kind of hovering or standing around, you pull them into the conversation so that they can basically talk to the other girls and keep them company while you are basically trying to get to that one chick you're trying to really get to. You understand? So for example, you and your friend are talking to girls or whatever, and y'all are, talking about some shit, and you're like, yeah, I think like women, have it easier than guys or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Because you ladies get to do this and you get to do that, and the girls are gonna be like, no, because guys get to do this and get to do that. And then so you and your friend are talking to these 5 girls, and then you see another guy just chilling there, with his drink or whatever, and you be like, hey, come here for a second. And he was like, these girls are saying that guys have it easier than girls. What do you think? And then he gets into the conversation, because a lot of times there's guys that are in these vicinities and these situations, they're standing around and they're kind of nervous to, jump into a group. They feel kind of awkward going up to people and talking to them. So if you include them in the conversation, then they feel like, cool, I'm part of the group. I get to talk to some of these girls, and then they're doing some work for you so that you can pull the other girl to the side, the one you really want to talk to really get into it. So he's, that guy or the other guy's hovering can help you, make it easier for you and the girls. You trying to get that chick you talking to, right? So you gotta remember to include new wingmen in your circle, right? So, make that happen. So that's number 7. Now, number 8 is become an instant wingman. Become an instant wingman. So what that means is this usually applies when you are actually by yourself. So let's say if you went to, you went somewhere, like let's say you went to go get a drink somewhere, or you stopped by some event or something, or let's say you were even with your friend at a place and your friend left early, so now you're by yourself. And what being an instant wingman is that you will see another guy or another, like probably two guys talking to a group of girls, and then you join that group. So let's say, for example, just like the other example we was talking about, let's say you have two guys talking to five girls, right? You can become the instant wingman. So you now join that group, and now it's three of you guys talking to those five girls. You understand? So you introduce yourself to the group or whatever, you're talking, you're having that conversation. So you're basically helping those other two guys out. You understand? And, the other guys will like that, because now it's like, okay, good. We got another guy here who can balance this out, so we can, you know what I'm saying? So you become that instant wingman. You understand? And then when you do that, what you do also is that you sort of feel out the group. This is what I always do when I would do this stuff, right? Is that I always come into the group and I acknowledge the guys first, and then I acknowledge the women second. The reason why I acknowledge the guys first is because a lot of times if you come into a group like that, some guys might feel threatened that another dude is coming into the situation, because they're like, oh no, there's more competition or whatever. That's what they're thinking. So if you acknowledge the guys first, then it's kind of like showing, it's like some sort of like, this subconscious respect, like, yo, what's up, man? I'm coming here to sort of piggyback off the foundation that you already made, because they already started the conversation with the girl, so they kind of like, set it up for you. Do you understand what I'm saying? So it's like, it's sort of like, yo, thanks for setting this shit up for me. So when I would go into the group, I'll just be like, yo, what's going on? How y'all doing? And I just give the two guys a pound, and then I shake the ladies' hands like, how y'all doing? How do you guys know each other? Because then now I can see how these people know each other, because I don't know since I'm coming in a group, I don't really know if this guy is one of these guys is girlfriend and boyfriend with like one of the girls could be his girlfriend, excuse me. Or, I don't know if these two guys are brothers, if they're friends, if one of these other girls is his wife. So I kind of get to know who's who. And then now if I see that they're just all kind of like, they just all kind of met, then I'm like, all right, cool. So now it's just three single guys talking to these girls, and then we could keep it going. So you can be the instant wingman. Now, number 9 is give your wingman space. Give your wingman space. So what that means is, sometimes when you're with your you're with your boy, whatever, it's you and your boy, and he might be talking to a girl. Let's use that example of him talking to that blonde chick that's feeling him, right? So let's say if you and him are talking to that blonde chick and her friend or whatever, and you sort of see him and the blonde chick getting close, right? Then what you do is, since you see them getting close and they're kind of, flirting real hard or whatever, you sort of slowly back away, or, pull the other girl away so you guys can be on the other side of the room. So you're sort of giving him space to really, put it in with this chick. Because a lot of times girls, they'll want to do certain things physically when you first deal with them. They might want to kiss you and all this other stuff, but since their friend is around, or there's too many people around, they feel sort of like self-conscious. So if you leave, give your wingman space, it gives them a little bit more time to, make those type of moves and make those things happen, right? So if you see that happening, you give them space. Or sometimes you and your friend might start talking to this one girl, and you and him and her. And then let's say that you and the guy is, you and your friend are talking to this one girl, and then let's say you and the girl and your friend is hitting it off or whatever, you sort of back away to give them some space so that they can further do more stuff, and you could go around the other, the bar or wherever and talk to other chicks. So, you got to understand the right time to give your wingman some space. All right. And the number 10 thing that you should do to be a great wingman is to teach your wingman how to be wingmen. So basically, all this stuff that I'm telling you in this audio, you have to teach your friends, your wingman, before you guys go out. So basically, there has to be this basic game plan. Like, listen, you tell your boys, like, listen, when we go out, when we approach the girl, let me know which girl you trying to holler at. You understand? When we talking, don't be doing that goofy shit, making fun of me in front of this chick, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, you let them know these things. You understand? They'd be like, look, if you see me talking to the girl and I'm like, getting touchy-feely with her, you know what I'm saying? Don't try to jump on it too. Like, you know what I'm saying? Give me some space. You know what I mean? Give me 5 feet. All right. Just back up a little bit. So it's kind of like you have this game plan that you guys are already all on the same page. So you kind of teach your boys who probably don't understand this. You teach them how to do it. You understand? So that it becomes, a smooth flow of things going on. Click the link below and get your bad boy gear. Get the t-shirts, Submissive Women Are Sexy, Binary as Fuck, and I'm God to These Hoes. Click the link below to get your bad boy gear today. Now, before you go, click the link below and go to badboymembership.com. Now, badboymembership.com is a place where you go to get 45 through 90-minute audio and video dating advice tutorials every month. Listen, I know you're tired of being rejected. Go to badboymembership.com. I know you're tired of being afraid to approach women. Go to badboymembership.com. I know you're tired of not getting the women that you want. Go to badboymembership.com. Listen, I know you're tired of being alone on a Friday night. Go to badboymembership.com. Now picture this. You'll go from not getting what you want when it comes to you dealing with women to actually getting what you want, to being the guy women want to be with, women want to date, women want to have sex with. All you need to do is go to badboymembership.com, follow the steps, learn the game, implement the game, and then you will get the woman you want. Make sure you go to badboymembership.com today. Click the link below.